This map shows property parcels in the town of Neepawa, Manitoba, Canada. You want to visualize each polygon with its assessed value per acre. Review the attribute table. The total value field contains the assessment values. However, its type is text. You need the data to be stored as numbers instead of text. You can't change the field's type, but you can make a new field and populate it with the numbers from the total value field. On the Attribute Tables toolbar, click Calculate. For field name, type Assessed Value. Because you have named a field that doesn't exist yet, you also have to choose a field type. Field types determine what kind of data can be stored in the field. There are 4 numeric field types: short, long, float, and double. To choose the best one, consider the following 2 questions. Do you need to store decimal values? No, the numbers you'll add to this field have no decimal places, so you can use one of the integer data types, short or long. What is the range of your data? The most expensive parcel has an assessed value of $34 million. This is too big a number to be stored by the short integer data type, so you must choose long integer. Scroll through the fields list and double-click Total Value. The new Assessed Value field will be calculated to contain the values from the Total Value field, but they will be stored with the long integer data type instead of text. Click OK. The new field appears in the attribute table. It has the same values as the Total Value field, but they are stored as numbers. The frontage area field is also stored as text. You'll create another numeric field for it. And the Calculate field window, for field name, type area acres. Once again, you need to choose a field type. Do you need to store decimal values? Yes. The frontage area field values all have 2 decimal places, so you need to choose one of the data types that supports fractional values, float or double. What is the range of your data? The largest parcel is 185 acres, so the smaller data type, float, will be large enough. Because the frontage area field contains a mixture of numbers and words, the simple expression you wrote earlier won't work. You need to copy the numeric information from the field and leave behind the text information. One way to do this is with the split function. For expression type, choose Arcade. In the expression box, delete any existing text. Filter the helper list to text helpers and double-click Split. This function splits a text value at a specified character and returns an array of text values. You'll split the numbers from the words with the space character. Inside the parentheses, add the frontage area field and type comma, quotation mark, space, quotation mark. Make sure to include the space, since this part of the expression indicates where to make the split. At the end of the expression, add a 0 inside of square brackets. This part of the expression dictates which item in the array should be returned. The final expression translates to split the frontage area field anytime there is a space. Return the text before the first split. Click OK. The new area acres field contains the numbers from the frontage area field and not the text. You may have noticed that the frontage area field stores 2 kinds of values. The rows with the word acres store area, and the rows with the word feet store frontage, which is the length of a parcel along a street. This means that many of the values in the area acres field are wrong. You'll recalculate them with their correct area measurements. On the Attribute Tables toolbar, click Select by Attributes. Use the menus to build the query where frontage area contains the text feet. Only those parcels with frontage values are selected. Next, you'll perform a calculation on the area acres field. The calculation will only be performed on the selected rows. Right-click the field header and click Calculate Geometry. For property, choose Area Geodesic. For area unit, choose International Acres. Click OK. All of the selected rows have new values. Click the Clear button to clear the selection. Finally, you can symbolize the map with the new fields that you created. For primary symbology, choose Graduated Colors. For field, choose Assessed Value. For normalization, choose Area Acres. These field choices symbolize each parcel with its assessed value divided by its area. On the map, the red parcels have the highest value per acre. Field types can't be converted in ArcGIS Pro, but new fields with new types can be created and calculated from existing fields. In this lesson, you learned how to identify and choose field types and how to calculate fields and geometries. You created 2 numeric fields to replace 2 text fields.